it can seem impossible to get people that have never tried anime to give it a shot. Well, in this video, I'm going to give you 3 strategies for how to get your friends and family into the wonderful medium of anime. Now, what are those 3 options I just mentioned? Well, first we have recommending a show to them, then we have springing a show on them, and then lastly we have annoying them, and this is a last resort. Now, this is a progressing list. So first you recommend a show to them, then you spring an episode on them, and then lastly, you annoy them until they do it. Now, the most important, crucial part of getting your friend in anime is recommending them the correct show for them. Now, by this, I mean the right genre, and a show that's in that genre that is basic, okay? We can't have any One Piece, like any Evangelion, any Naruto. It's too long, it's too confusing, whatever. It's just gonna put them off of anime, and it's gonna be even harder to get them to watch shows you wanna watch in the future. Now, all of these 3 options that I mentioned all have to do with recommending them a show. You're telling them the show to watch. There's no option that's go try to find an anime you like. They're not gonna do that. So I recommend a basic show. This can be Demon Slayer. Attack on Titan is pretty good as well. Also, one that's worked for me multiple times is Konosuba. We have comedy, action, and some more like storytelling with some more in-depth plot in there. Whatever you think, you know your friend best, and that is what is important, is that you know the person you're getting into anime, and you have to recommend them the right show to get them interested. This is my cousin John. He did not watch anime. He thought people that watch anime was weird. He thought anime was weird, and he was committed to not giving it a shot ever. And I used my 3 steps on him progressively until now he's watched shows like One Piece, Naruto, Attack on Titan, Demon Slayer, Konosuba, and more. He is an anime fan now, and I use these steps to get him into it. Using John as an example, first I recommended a show to him. This was Attack on Titan. He didn't watch it. He ignored me. Didn't watch it, didn't give it a try, wasn't willing to give it a try, had no difference on his opinion whatsoever because he never gave it a try. So I had to move to step 2. I sprung it on him. He's at my house, we're watching a show, we finished watching that show. I say, let's watch this show. It's Attack on Titan. We watch a few episodes, he's interested. We watch more and more and more and more, and eventually he watches the rest of the first season on his own. I visited him, I watched some episodes with him of some later seasons, and at this point he's caught up with the series and loves it. Then I wanted to get him into another show after that because he was just kind of thought that was one and done. He literally said Attack on Titan is the only good anime, which of course I knew he might have been joking, but I knew I could get him into other shows. The next show I wanted to get him into was One Piece, and this was a big deal, right? It's a very long anime, very hard to get even experienced anime watchers into it because they just don't want to commit to that. So first I recommended to him. I said, hey, I've been watching One Piece, it's really good, you should give it a try. He's heard about it, found about episodes. He'd watched other anime at this point. This wasn't the second anime he'd watched, but he's like, 1,000 episodes, I'm not gonna watch that. So I sprung it on him. Now, how I did this is he's at my house, he's doing his own thing on his phone. I'm like, oh, I'm just gonna watch a new episode of One Piece. And it's an episode in Wano where they're in like a prison or whatever. And he eventually looks up from his phone and he starts watching the episode and he's like, all right, I need you to stop watching. There's spoilers. I'm interested. I want to see it. So he didn't really do much with that. He tried it, watched some, didn't keep watching. At some point after like probably less than 100 episodes, he just stopped watching completely. So I moved to step 3 again. And this was to annoy him. So with annoying him, not every single day, but whenever it was a good conversation, like, oh, a new episode came out of One Piece, you should keep watching that, it's really good. It's my favorite series of all time. So, here and there mentions, you don't want to get to the point where you are that annoying anime fan, but there's no really better term than annoy than just, you gotta keep bringing it up, keep finding ways to mention it. Eventually he'll be like, okay, fine, I'll watch it to get it to shut up. Or even try to like guilt them into it. Like I've had friends, I've told them like, okay, your birthday present to me can just be catching up to this show. So it works. That is a last resort though. And if you do it wrong and you're too persistent, too annoying about the annoying step, right? If that makes sense, they'll just turn them off completely. They won't want to watch anime anymore. They won't want to watch that show specifically anymore. So this is a last resort, and you might want to try springing on them multiple times. Maybe there's different parts of the show they find interesting. And the last thing to realize is that just not every show is for everybody, right? There are anime that not everybody likes. There's anime I don't like. There's anime probably you watching don't like. And that might just be one of the ones they don't like. So try a different show. I do highly recommend Konosuba. That's a really good comedy. It's one of the funniest anime, and it's really easy to get into. Not too long and not much commitment. Some last notes for this video is anime is for everybody. Some people are just stubborn, okay? There is an anime out there that every single person on earth can watch some anime and enjoy it, but others they might not enjoy, right? You can find an anime that your friend will like. It's up to you and how you convince them, not being like cringy, not being like the typical, like what they see as an anime fan. You're just gonna turn them off more. So be careful in how you do it. Good luck to you. I hope this video helps you, and let me know in the comments if you're able to get your friends into anime. Thank you for watching. Stay slippery. Butter out.